it's a very wide question. I was listening to Farah. Farah was my speaker during the 10th Parliament, and 10th Parliament will always be remembered for having given us the constitution that we have today.
Yeah.
And he played some useful role that time. In our constitution, there is also, other than sovereignty, there is the provision for human dignity.
Yeah.
And human dignity is a term that has a very wide definition. And I'm looking at Farah and wondering whether he has ever reconciled it. So I didn't know that I was going to have this session with him. I would have been happier to know a little bit in advance.
So that you
so that
how to counter.
So that you make proper decisions. But I look at him and I wanted him to first of all tell me whether he has reconciled himself with the call for killing 5,000 Gen Zs.
The statements that he made. He's going to respond to that.
I am here. Let me just say this, because
yes.
When you wake up and you are an elected leader and you say that if you are the one in power, you'd kill 5,000 people who are supposed to be, you are supposed to be speaking on behalf on the floor of Parliament. And when you are saying that, we have very many of them who are being shot by sharpshooters. I went to the mortuary and saw them dead, killed from within Parliament, which is supposed to represent the people. Thereafter we get other bodies in mortuaries or in quarries. We have missing bodies in the hundreds that cannot be accounted for to date. I then wonder whether he has reconciled himself with that position for him to have the audacity
to
come and talk about even issues of sovereignty.
In his defense, in his defense, he has spoken to this matter before.
I haven't heard him myself, I know.
Well, if you haven't heard me, what you wanted to hear is what you are parroting now, and all those others are parroting for only one reason. For only the reason that I have taken certain fundamental positions on certain things that are current in our politics right now. And it's primarily because of that. Everybody who is fighting me right now on that issue and who are moving around with falsehood and lies. Because this thing was taken to the National Coalition. They went through it and they found it edited. You get my point? I was out there and I said, look, what I said is that I will use every power at my disposal to make sure that we do not have a failed state. You getting that?
Right.
If you watch my speech properly, and then you can see the few bits and pieces that I edited, even the words that I use, the Somali words that I use, which is Somali words, by the way, it's not English, not Swahili, does not say expressly that I'm going to kill Gen Zs. You get my point?
Right.
But I said, can I just finish? I said,
come to you,
I said I am going to make sure that this country does not become a failed state. The rule of law must be upheld, but I never called for Gen Zs to be killed.